What's happening with your baby? It's Raj. All right, let's talk about technical analysis versus fundamental analysis. What's the difference? What's better? What's more profitable? What should you start out with when you're beginning your trade and adventure? What's more sustainable? What's better, right? So look, listen, there is no such thing as what's better and what's more important, right? So usually technical analysis, I say usually, okay? Technical analysis is better usually for the short-term trader, right? Especially scalping, right? Listen, there's no way you can scalp fundamentals. You understand? Like, it doesn't come that fast, right? I mean, because you need minute by minute, 5 minute, because you're on a 5-minute chart, 15-minute chart tops, but you're usually doing, you could probably scalp seconds. I don't recommend that, but you're scalping a 30-second, 1 minute, 5-minute chart, right? Looking at the 15-minute chart for confirmation, right? So that's technical analysis. Technical analysis has all the support and resistance. You can find the bottom, you can find the top, you can find out if it's oversold. You can find out if we're in a bear market, and you can look at the trend, right? Just looking at the chart and looking at the numbers, you can find out a lot about what people are thinking, right? And I'm only talking about Forex right now. The stock market is a little bit different. You got to go way in deep in depth with the stock market. Crack my neck real quick. And I'm not getting into the stock market, right? Sometimes I trade a little bit of stocks here and there, but my specialty is currency, right? So to get good at any business, you have to have specialized knowledge. You understand? You got to be specialized, and you got to work on that specialty. So if you try to trade currencies, trade stocks, and get into all this other nonsense, options and stuff like that, not necessarily nonsense, but if you try to do too much too soon, too fast, you're going to end up busting your head and get left on your way. All right? So, that's technical analysis. All right, fundamental analysis, is reading the newspaper, getting the news, checking on forexfactory.com, seeing what's happening. You're looking for the fundamental analysis. I want you to look at this. Fundamental analysis is more big picture. You understand? Is more looking at the whole. Is more macro. You understand? So if you want to trade long term, you're looking at stuff like employment rates, interest rates, unemployment rates, housing, GDPs, and government spending like that, consumer spending. You're looking at everything, and you're trying to weigh these things up against other currencies, like which currency is stronger, so you can lay them up side by side, right? And then, right, out of your expertise and out of your opinion, like there's no wrong or right way to do anything. Well, I guess it is a wrong or right way, but there pretty much is more of a preference. It's more of a preference on how you want to do stuff. You know what I mean? So, figure out what you like to do. Figure out what you like to do best. Figure out what works better for you. You know what I mean? And you still got to study, right? You still got to study. You still got to get the tools that you need, right? You still got to figure out how you're going to win this game called Forex. You understand? You still got to do a lot of hustle, a lot of work. This ain't looking at a piece of paper and picking up the Wall Street Journal or the IBD and be like, all right, I'm running with this. Nah, man, take this and treat this Forex thing as a business. All right, you got to treat it as a business. If you don't treat Forex as a business, you're going to be gambling. And once you start treating this thing as gambling, that's when you're going to start to lose. That's when you're going to bust your head wide open, and you ain't going to know what to do, right? And then you're going to want to quit, then you're going to want to give up, then you're going to want to be like, oh man, Forex ain't working, right? And then you're going to look for the next best thing, right? So I don't know what got you into wanting to trade, Whether if you're looking at Forex or you're looking at stocks, you want to trade options or futures or commodities or whatever it is you want to trade. There's so much stuff that you want to trade. I trade Forex, all right, and that's my niche. That's what I like to do. I feel as though it's good for my temperament. I can make money fast. I can make money consistently at it, and I can do YouTube videos about it, which is probably one of my favorite things to do. I love doing YouTube videos. I love helping other people just get to that next level just a little bit. I mean, just a teeny bit. I mean, I don't know how far I can help you with this, but you know, I hope I gave you some pointers. Like, especially technical analysis is mainly for the short term. If you want to be a scalper, now if you want to be scalping, right, especially Forex, if you want to be scalping, you got to do it in the London session, right? You have to do it in the London session. You can't be scalping, you know what I mean, after the London session. It's not gonna be right. You can't do it during the Austin session. You can't do it. You can't do it during Sydney time. It's too slow, right? It's only one time frame that you can trade Forex, right? Fundamental analysis, you will bust your head wide open if you try to trade fast doing fundamentals. Fundamentals is a slow game, slow grind. It requires a lot of study before you pop that trade, before you open that order, before you set the trade up. It takes a while, and then guess what? You gotta combine. You can't use fundamental analysis without using technical analysis, man. It'd be idiotic. You have to use both of them at the same time. You got to combine them. You got to use both. If you don't use both, then you're going to find yourself in a precarious situation. You're going to find yourself in a downtrend. But, you know, sometimes, listen, I'm looking at it like this. If the president gets shot, or there's a recession going on, or they raise interest rates, right, or whatever, and it's a downtrend, right, in one of these, or it's an uptrend, that will change that trend immediately, right? You ever see big spikes? That will go whoop. The pair will just fall off the map, that currency. And any currency that's tied up to that pair is something what's supposed to happen, like a crazy terrorist attack, right? If that was supposed to happen in that country, every country that currency is paired with is going to see a massive decline, right? It's going to see a steep decline, man. It's going to be crazy, right? It's going to see a vicious decline. Everything's going to fall down, and you can match different currencies with that currency, and you're going to be making money, right? But what you got to do above everything else in Forex, right? What you have to do is you have to practice sound risk management, okay? Above everything else, above technical analysis, above fundamental analysis. If your risk management isn't sound, if it's not there, then you will bust your head, and you'll bust it wide open, and you'll quit, and you'll find some other business to get into. You know what I mean? You'll find something else to get into. I don't know what it is that you do, but if you don't stay focused and keep your eyes on the prize and keep the main thing, which is you getting consistent at Forex or trading, right? Forex trading. If you're on my channel, this is a Forex channel. You understand? And we just getting consistent at trading Forex. We just getting better at that. Nothing else. I mean, sometimes we will get a little bit greedy. Sometimes that greed thing is gonna kick, and we're gonna get a little bit greedy, and we're gonna try to go for that home run, right? But even still, we gotta make sure our risk management is there. Alright, and we might stay in the trade a little bit longer than what we need. Instead of getting 10 or 20 pips out of the trade, we might see an opportunity that we can catch 50 pips. Look, man, get those pips. But listen, before you go after that 50, make sure you got that 20 locked in. Alright? Anyway, look.